Hi everyone, I'm Claire from Susan's family. Feel free view this electronic tutorial on website susud.com. This cardigan consists of the body, the front pieces, the sleeves, the collar and the button bands. Start by crocheting the body. Then crochet the corresponding front pieces separately. And make and attach the sleeves. After completing, separately make and sew on the collar. Finally, make the front band. First, let's make the body. It is divided into the motif join section. Section 1, Section 2, and Section 3, for a total of 4 parts to crochet. Let's start by making the motif join section. Take a look at the finished product. Crochet the corresponding number of motifs A and B separately, then sew and connect them. Motif A is only different in color scheme. Start with an adjustable magic ring and crochet in rounds. Color changes are required during crocheting. Eventually form a square. Several crochet stitches will be applicated. All of them are demonstrated on the pattern chart, so I won't go over them one by one here. Please watch as I demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Start with an adjustable magic ring. For your convenience in watching, I will use cotton yarn for this demonstration. The colors are random. For specific yarn details, color schemes, and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page of our product. Hold the yarn with left hand. Hold the hook with right hand. Start by making a slip knot. This slip knot does not count as a stitch. Slightly tighten it. Then chain 6. After completing, form the chain into a circle, with the right side facing you. Be mindful not to twist the chain. Pick up with the hook on the first chain. Into the top back loop. Crochet a slip stitch. The slip stitch doesn't count as a stitch, it needs to be tightened. This completes the starting chain. Then move on to the first round. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. This counts as 1 double crochet, then chain 2 for transition. Pick up the chain space and crochet 1 double crochet. As you go, gently pull the starting tail of the yarn. Chain 2 for transition. Continue with 1 double crochet. And chain 2. This round requires 8 double crochets. Chain 2 as a connection between each double crochet. Counting the turning chain, you've now completed 3 double crochets. Proceed downward following this method. Finish crocheting the remaining part. Once everything is done, pick up the third chain from the turning chain. Pull a loop through from above, and slip stitch to connect. Pull it tight. Chain 1 to secure. Leave a 5 cm tail, then cut the yarn. Pull tight. The first round is now complete. The beginning tail has been worked around once. Trim off any excess. Consider this round's right side as the piece's right side. While crocheting the motifs in the following rounds, keep the right side always facing you. Move on to crochet the second round. Take the corresponding contrasting color yarn. Pay attention, Here we actually use hand-dyed yarn for crocheting. Hand-dyed yarn has multiple color segments. If the starting position of the color is different, the effect of the finished product will also be different. You can refer to the finished product, or choose according to your preference. Start crocheting from the desired color segment of the hand-dyed yarn. For everyone's convenience in watching, I will continue to use solid colored cotton yarn for demonstration here. Make a slip knit with the yarn. Keep the right side of the piece facing you. Pick up the chain space on the left side of the yarn tail to join the yarn. Insert the hook into this chain space. Draw the slip knit through. Adjust the loop size a bit. The joining of the yarn is now complete. Make one beginning chain to start. Work one single crochet into the joining spot. While crocheting, gently gather all yarn tails. Then pick up the same chain space again. Work 1/2 double crochet. And 3 double crochets. Then work one more half double crochet. And one single crochet. Consider these stitches as one petal. Let me demonstrate another petal now. Pick up the adjacent chain space on the left. Work one single crochet. 1/2 double crochet. And 3 double crochets. Then work one more half double crochet. And one single crochet. Another petal is done. Repeat crocheting these petals all the way down to complete this round. Once everything is finished, pick up the first single crochet stitch, and join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. The second round is now complete. Let's move on to the third round. Start with one chain. Pick up below the first starting stitch of the first round. Work one back post single crochet, bring the hook from back to front. Insert into the right side of this starting stitch. Come out on the left. Yarn over and draw through. Finish this single crochet. The back post single crochet is now complete. Continue with 4 chain stitches for transition. Pick the adjacent double crochet on the left side of the first round. Work one back post single crochet, insert from back to front into the right side of this stitch, exit on the left side. Yarn over and draw through. Complete this single crochet. Chain 4 for the transition. The pattern for this round is: work a back post single crochet on the double crochet from the first round. Crochet the back post single crochet. Between each back post single crochet, chain 4 as a connection. Continue following this pattern all the way down. Finish crocheting this. Complete this round. Finish crocheting this. After crocheting the last 4 chains, pick up the stitch of the first back post single crochet. Join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. The 3rd round is now completed. Continue to the 4th round. Make 1 chain as your beginning chain. Pick the adjacent chain space on the left side. Work 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 5 double crochets. After completing, work 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet. Consider these stitches as 1 petal. I'll demonstrate another petal. Pick the adjacent chain space on the left side. Work 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 5 double crochets. Then work 1 more half double crochet and 1 single crochet. Another petal is completed. Repeat crocheting these petals all the way down. Complete this round. After everything is done, pick the first single crochet stitch and join with a slip stitch. Tighten. The 4th round is now completed. Move on to the 5th round. Make 1 chain as your beginning chain. Pick up from the 3rd round. Corresponding back post single crochet, crochet 1 back post single crochet, then crochet 5 chains for transition. Pick the adjacent back post single crochet on the left side of the 3rd round. Crochet 1 back post single crochet, then crochet 5 more chains for transition. The crochet pattern for this round is: pick the back post single crochet from the 3rd round. Correspondingly make back post single crochets. Crochet 5 chain stitches as a transition between each back post single crochet. Continue downward following this pattern. Complete this round. After everything is done, pick up the first stitch of the back post single crochet. Join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. The 5th round is now complete. The crocheting method for the 6th round is similar to the 4th round. Pick up the chain spaces from the previous round and crochet the corresponding petals. The only difference is the number of stitches in the petals. Refer to the chart while crocheting. After completing everything, fasten off the yarn normally. Weave in the ends on your own. Next, start crocheting the 7th round. Take the corresponding contrasting color yarn. With the right side of the piece facing you, pick up the first petal from the last round. Join the yarn at the middle double crochet stitch. Make 1 chain as your beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet into the joining position. Then, chain 5 for transition. Pick the adjacent petal on the left. Add its middle stitch. Work 1 DTR3 bobble. This will be referred to as the DTR3 bobble. Yarn over 3 times for the triple crochet. Insert through the middle stitch. Yarn over and draw through. Now there are 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops in order. Repeat this 3 times. This creates an incomplete triple crochet stitch. Continue by picking up the same stitch. Work 2 more incomplete triple crochet stitches. Once done, yarn over. Draw through all the loops on your hook. This completes the DTR3 bobble. Move on to chain 3 as a transition. Pick up the same stitch again. Work another DTR3 bobble. Repeat this process twice. After completing it, continue with 5 chain stitches. Pick the adjacent petal middle stitch on the left side. Work 1 single crochet. Chain 5 as a transition. Pick the adjacent petal middle stitch on the left side. Crochet 3 DTR3 bobble. Between each bobble stitch, chain 3 to join. Let's take a look. Consider these 3 bobble stitches and 2 chain groups as one corner. These 2 chain groups and a single crochet make up one side. The pattern for this round of crochet is repeating this sequence of corners and sides. Continue following this method. Finish crocheting this round. Crochet the last 5 chain stitches. Slip stitch join into the first single crochet. Tighten the yarn. Fasten off normally. The 7th round is now completed. Move on to the 8th round. Take the corresponding contrasting color yarn. Pick up the first single crochet stitch from the previous round and join the yarn. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Pick the chain space on the left side. Work 1 double crochet and 1 chain stitch. Continue picking up the same chain space. Crochet 3 double crochets. And 1 chain stitch. Then pick the adjacent chain space on the left. Crochet 3 double crochets. And 1 chain stitch. Next, pick the stitch of the bobble on the left. Crochet 3 double crochets. Three chain stitches and 3 double crochets. After completing, crochet 1 chain stitch for transition. Pick the adjacent chain space on the left side. Crochet 3 double crochets. And 1 chain stitch. Continue picking the adjacent hole on the left side. Crochet 3 double crochets. One chain stitch and 1 double crochet. Then pick the single crochet stitch. Crochet 1 double crochet. Next, pick the adjacent hole on the left side. Crochet 1 double crochet. 1 chain stitch and 3 double crochets. Chain 1 for transition. Pick the adjacent hole on the left side. Crochet 3 double crochets. And 1 chain stitch. Then pick the stitch of the puff stitch. Crochet 3 double crochets. Three chain stitches and 3 double crochets. Let's take a look. The crochet pattern for this round is at the corner position. Pick the stitch of the bobble stitch. Crochet 3 double crochets. 3 chain stitches and 3 double crochets. At the edge position, pick the chain space and crochet a double crochet into the middle single crochet stitch between every 3 double crochets. Crochet 1 chain stitch to connect. Continue downward following this method to complete the remaining edges and corners. After completing the last double crochet, pick up the beginning chain and join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. Fasten off the yarn normally. Weave in the ends by yourself. The 8th round is now complete. Up to this point, this motif is finished. Follow this method to continue, and crochet the corresponding number of motif A and motif B for later use. After all motifs are completed, the next step is to connect them. Use the whip stitch method to sew together. Connect two sides of the motifs. Pay attention to ensure that the color schemes of adjacent motifs are different. Please watch the demonstration. Thread the yarn needle with the corresponding contrasting color yarn. Next, take one motif A and one motif B. The sewing will be done on the right side. Place the two fabric pieces with their wrong sides facing each other. Align any two edges together. Then, find the corner on the right side, specifically the middle stitch of these 3 chain stitches in the braid. Pass the sewing needle through the back loop of this chain stitch. It should look like this line here, and at the same time, pass it through the corresponding position on the motif behind. Pull the yarn through. Leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail here. You can sew over the starting point again for reinforcement. Then, continue with the sewing needle, picking up the back loop of the adjacent chain stitch on the left side. This means you'll be working with the 2 strands of yarn, where the motifs are close to each other. Pull the yarn through. Next, keep picking up the left side stitches, focusing on the 2 strands near the edges of the stitches. Sew them together one by one in correspondence. As you sew, tuck the yarn tails inside the seam. If while crocheting, there are missed stitches or extra stitches, which causes the stitch count on both sides to not match perfectly, when sewing, you'll need to adjust accordingly. Just make sure the 2 edges are sewn together evenly overall. The yarn tails can be tucked in as you sew. After finishing this edge, you'll reach the corner's corresponding position. Pick up the corner spot in the same way, this middle chain braid. Sew the 2 closest strands together, going back and forth twice to secure them. Tie a double knot. And weave in the ends on the wrong side of the fabric. These 2 motifs are now sewn together. Continue downward using this method, connecting all the corresponding number of motifs. Up to this point, the explanation of the motif joining technique is complete. Next, we will crochet section 1 of the body. Join the yarn on one side of the motif area. Work back and forth in rows. Pay attention to switching colors while crocheting. Please watch the demonstration. First, join the yarn and crochet the first row. Make sure the right side of the piece is facing you. The long edge should be at the top. Motif B will be on the right side. Take the corresponding contrasting color yarn. Make a slip knot. Insert the hook into the hole at the top right corner of the rightmost motif. Pull the slip knot through. Adjust the loop size a bit. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Crochet 2 double crochets into the joining spot. Then make 1 chain as a transition. Skip 3 double crochets. Pick up the chain space on the left side, crochet 3 double crochets. Chain 1 for transition. Continue downward in each chain space. Crochet 3 double crochets and 1 chain stitch. Finish this side of the motif. At the connection point of the motifs. In the chain spaces at the corners of these 2 motifs. Crochet 3 double crochets in each. Chain 1 in the middle to connect them. Continue downward following this method. Complete this edge. Fasten off the yarn normally. When done, weave in the yarn tails on the wrong side of the piece by yourself. The first row is now complete. Next, crochet the second row. Turn the piece so that the wrong side faces you. Join the yarn in the last stitch of the previous row. Make 3 beginning chains. Crochet 1 double crochet in the joining position. Chain 1 as a transition. Pick the left chain space and crochet 3 double crochets. Add 1 chain stitch. Work into the chain space of the row below. Crochet 3 double crochets and 1 chain stitch. Finish this edge. Finally, crochet 2 double crochets in the beginning chain. Then fasten off the yarn normally. Weave in the ends by yourself. The second row is now complete. Continue with the third row. Turn the piece so that the right side faces you. Join the yarn in the last stitch of the previous row. Start with 3 chain stitches. Skip 2 stitches. Pick up the third stitch from the left, and work a DC2 bobble. Yarn over. Insert the hook into the stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over again. Pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. There should now be 2 loops remaining on the hook. This is an incomplete double crochet. Continue by picking up the same stitch. Work an incomplete double crochet. Finally, yarn over and draw through all loops on the hook. The DC2 bobble is now completed. Chain 4 as a transition. In the same position, work 1 single crochet. Continue with 4 chain stitches. Pick up this position again, work another DC2 bobble. These two puff stitches are now connected. Treat the two groups of chains and single crochets as one motif. Consider this as one group. Let me demonstrate another group of stitches. Skip 5 stitches first. Pick up the stitch on the left side. Work a DC2 bobble, bobble stitch. Chain 4 for the transition. In the same stitch, work 1 single crochet. Chain 4 again as a bridge. In the same position, work another DC2 bobble. Another group of motifs is completed. Continue downward using this method. Repeat crocheting this group of motifs. Finish crocheting this edge. Complete the last group of motifs. In the last stitch, work 1 double crochet. The third row is now done. Move on to crochet the fourth row. Start with 4 chain stitches. Turn the work piece. In the next stitch below, work 1 DC2 bobble. Then pick up from the left side. In the hole between these 2 bobble stitches, crochet 1 group of motifs. Continue downward following this method. Pick up the hole between the bobble stitches from the previous row, and crochet the motif pattern. Finish crocheting this row. Finish crocheting the last motif. Pick up the beginning chain, and work 1 DC3 bobble. First, crochet 3 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and draw through all loops. The DC3 bobble stitch is now completed. Row 4 is now done. Continue with row 5. Make 1 chain as your beginning chain. Turn the piece. Pick up the hole between the bobble stitches. Work 1 single crochet. Then crochet 8 chains. Pick up the 5th chain from the end. Pull up a loop like this on top. Crochet 1 double crochet. Then make 4 chains for transition. Pick up the same chain position again. Crochet 1 slip stitch. These 2 groups of chains, together with 1 double crochet and 1 slip stitch, form a petal. I'll demonstrate another petal. First, chain 4. Pick up the same chain position. Work 1 double crochet. Then chain 4 for transition. Pick up the same chain position, and join with a slip stitch. Another petal is done. Continue by making another petal in this chain position. After completing it, chain 3 for transition. Pick the hole between the 2 bobble stitches on the left side. Make 1 single crochet. A group of stitches is completed. I'll demonstrate another group of stitches. First, chain 8. Then yarn over. Pick up the 5th chain from the hook. Pull through a loop like this above. Work 1 double crochet. Chain 4 for transition. Pick the same position and make 1 slip stitch. The first petal is done. Continue picking this chain position. Crochet 2 petals. After completing, chain 3 for transition. Pick the hole between the bobble stitches on the left side. Work 1 single crochet. Another group of stitches is completed. Continue working following this method. Repeat crocheting this group of stitches. Finish crocheting this row. Complete the last stitch pattern. Fasten off normally. Weave in the ends yourself. Section 1 of the body is now completed. Next, crochet section 2 of the body, on the other long edge of the motif area. Work back and forth. The crochet method for the first 4 rows is as follows. It's similar to section 1 of the body, but there are slight differences at the beginning and end of the 4th row. There's no need to crochet petals on the 5th row, just use a chain stitch connection between the single crochets. Refer to the previous demonstration for guidance. Follow the chart to complete them. After completing section 2, move on to section 3 of the body. Let's take a look at the finished product. Work back and forth along the last row of section 2 with the corresponding pattern. Please refer to the demonstration. Let's start with the first row. Have the right side of the piece facing you. Pick up the beginning chain from the last row of section 2 and join the yarn. Make 3 beginning chains as the turning chain. Skip 2 stitches. Insert the hook into the left single crochet stitch. Crochet 2 double crochets. One chain stitch, and 2 double crochets. Then skip 2 stitches. Pick the half loop of the 3rd chain stitch on the left. Work 1 double crochet. Chain 2 as a transition. Skip 3 stitches. Pick the half loop of this chain stitch on the left. Work 1 double crochet. Chain 2 as a transition. Skip 2 stitches. Pick the single crochet stitch on the left and work 1 double crochet. Then work 1 horizontal bobble stitch. Start with 3 chain stitches. Then pick the double crochet stitch below the chain. Work 1 DC2 bobble. The horizontal bobble stitch is now completed. Skip another 3 stitches. Pick the half loop of the 4th chain stitch on the left. Work 1 double crochet. Continue with 1 horizontal bobble stitch. Start with 3 chains as a transition. Pick this stitch and work 1 DC2 bobble. Another horizontal bobble stitch is now done. Continue skipping 2 stitches. Pick from the left side the half loop above the 2nd chain stitch. Work 1 double crochet. Use 2 chains for transition. Then skip 3 stitches. Pick the half loop of the 1st chain on the left side of the single crochet. Work 1 double crochet. Chain 2. Skip 2 stitches again. Pick the half loop of the 3rd chain on the left side. Work 1 double crochet. Treat these stitches as one cluster. Repeat this cluster all the way down. Finish this row. Complete the last cluster. Pick from the left side. Work 2 double crochets in the single crochet stitch. Chain 1. And work 2 double crochets. Skip 2 stitches again. Pick the last stitch from the previous row. Work 1 double crochet. The first row is completed. Continue with the second row. Start with 3 chain stitches as the beginning chain. Turn the work piece. Pick up the left chain space. Work 2 double crochets. Chain 1. And work 2 double crochets. Skip 2 stitches then. Pick up the 3rd stitch on the left and work 1 double crochet. Chain 2 as a transition. Work a cluster of 1 double crochet and 1 bobble stitch. This cluster has 2 different cases. Here, we'll start with the case where the bobble stitch is on the left. First, pick up the left double crochet stitch. Work 1 incomplete double crochet. Then pick up the next stitch. Work 3 incomplete double crochets. After completing them, yarn over again, and draw through all the loops on your hook. The cluster of double crochet and bobble stitch is now done. Continue with 2 chain stitches for transition. Pick up the stitch below and work 1 double crochet. 2 chain stitches for transition. skip the bobble stitch below. Pick up the left double crochet stitch, and work 1 double crochet. Repeat this 2 times. After completing, work 2 chain stitches for transition. Then work 1 cluster of double crochet and bobble stitch. This bobble stitch is on the right side. First, pick up the same stitch below. Work 3 incomplete double crochets. Then pick up the next double crochet stitch. Work 1 incomplete double crochet. Yarn over next, and pull through all loops on your hook. The cluster of double crochet and bobble stitch is now complete. Continue with 2 chain stitches. Work 1 double crochet in the next double crochet stitch. This completes one group of the pattern. Follow the chart for the next steps. Repeat crocheting this group of the pattern. After finishing this row, the second row is complete. Move on to the third row. Start with 3 chain stitches as your turning chain. Turn your work piece. Pick up the chain space on the left side. Work 2 double crochets. Then 1 chain stitch, and 2 more double crochets. This completes the step. Skip 2 stitches. Work 1 double crochet. Chain 2 as a transition. Pick up from the left side the front loop of the second chain stitch above. Work 1 bobble stitch with 3 double crochets. First, work 3 incomplete double crochets into this half loop. Then yarn over, and draw through all the loops on your hook in once. This DC3 bobble is now complete. Continue with 2 chains for transition. Then work 1 double crochet stitch together with the bobble stitch. First, skip 3 stitches. Pick up the stitch of this double crochet on the left side. Work 1 incomplete double crochet. Skip 2 chain stitches. Pick up the double crochet stitch on the left side. Work 3 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over, and draw through all the loops on your hook. This cluster of the double crochet and bobble is now complete. Continue with 2 chain stitches for transition. Pick up the same stitch. Work 1 double crochet stitch. Chain 2 for transition. Pick up the next double crochet stitch. Work 1 double crochet stitch. Chain 2 for transition. Pick up the half loop above the second chain on the left. Work 1 DC3 bobble stitch. Chain 2 for transition. Pick up the next double crochet stitch, and work 1 double crochet. One group of stitches is now completed. Repeat this pattern group all the way down. Finish crocheting this row. Row 3 is now complete. Move on to row 4. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Turn over the piece. Work 2 double crochets. Chain 1, then work 2 double crochets. After completing this section, continue with 1 double crochet, chain 2 for transition. Pick up the top loop of the second chain on the left side. Work 1 DC3 bobble stitch. Move on to work 1 horizontal bobble stitch. Then pick up the next double crochet stitch. Work 1 double crochet. Work 1 more horizontal bobble stitch. Continue with 1 double crochet and bobble cluster stitch. Start with 1 incomplete double crochet. Then pick up the top loop of the second chain on the left side. Work 3 incomplete double crochets. Then finish this stitch. Continue with 2 chains for transition. Pick up the same chain space, work 1 double crochet. Chain 2 for transition. Pick the top loop of the second chain on the left side. Work 1 bobble stitch with 3 double crochets. Chain 2 for transition. Pick up the previous double crochet stitch on the left. Work 1 double crochet. One group of pattern is completed. Repeat this group of patterns all the way down. Finish crocheting this row. Row 4 is completed. Next, move on to the remaining part of the body. That is, refer to the chart. Crochet back and forth according to the corresponding pattern. No new stitches are used. Everyone can finish them on your own. Up to this point, the crocheting method for the body has been fully explained. Next, we will crochet the front pieces. It is divided into the right front piece, the back piece, and the left front piece in these 3 areas. Start with the right front piece first. Then join the yarn at the corresponding positions separately for the back piece and the left front piece. Crochet the back piece and the left front piece. Let's first learn the crocheting method for the right front piece. Crochet back and forth according to the corresponding pattern at the matching position. While crocheting, you need to decrease stitches at the armhole to form a slant. On the side of the front band, crochet the corresponding number of rows evenly without increasing or decreasing. Then decrease stitches to form the curve of the neckline. The new stitch technique used here is double crochet decrease, DC2 tog. Please watch the stitch demonstration. Double crochet decrease, DC2 tog. Yarn over, insert the hook into the left stitch. Yarn over, draw the yarn through. Yarn over again, pull through the next 2 loops on your hook. This is an incomplete double crochet, unclosed double crochet. Now move on to the second one. Yarn over, insert into the adjacent stitch. Yarn over, draw the yarn through. Yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. This is the second incomplete double crochet. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, and draw through all 3 loops on your hook in once. That completes the double crochet decrease, DC2 tog. That's the crochet method for double crochet decrease, DC2 tog. During the neckline decrease process, you will also need to use the carrying yarn technique. Adjust the starting position for crocheting. Here, I'll demonstrate the carrying yarn technique with a swatch. First, watch the video to learn the method, then refer to the pattern and crochet. After completing the corresponding row numbers, start by pulling up a large loop. Then work with the ball of yarn or fabric piece. Draw the yarn through the loop. Gently pull to tighten the yarn tail. This is equivalent to making a knot. Turn the fabric piece. Place the yarn tail on the right side. Insert the hook into the corresponding position on the left. Hold the yarn with your left hand. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. Pay attention. Make sure the carried yarn is not pulled too tight nor too loose. Keep the fabric piece and yarn tail flat. This is the method for carrying the yarn. Continue downward following this method. Refer to the chart to finish crocheting the right front piece. Next, crochet the back piece. Join the yarn at the corresponding position. Work back and forth. While crocheting, you need to decrease stitches on both sides to form the underarm slant. Finally, crochet the left front piece. It should be symmetrical in shape to the right front piece. No new stitch techniques are used. Everyone can refer to the previous demonstration. Just follow the chart for crocheting. Up to this point, the method for crocheting the chest piece has been fully explained. Next, we will crochet the sleeves. The crocheting method is identical for both the left and right sleeves. They are divided into 2 parts, the sleeve body and the sleeve cap. The sleeve body is similar to the body. It consists of 4 sections, the motif section, section 1, section 2, and section 3. The motifs in the motif section are sewn together at the beginning and ending to form a ring. Then, the remaining 3 sections are worked back and forth. Crochet in rounds for these parts. The sleeve cap is crocheted back and forth. Decrease stitches on both sides while crocheting. This forms the slanted surface. After everything is completed, connect the corresponding positions of the front piece with single crochets and chains. Please watch the demonstration. The crocheting and joining method for the sleeve motifs A and B is similar to the motif section of the body. Just at the end, the beginning and ending of the motifs need to be sewn together using the same method. This forms a ring. I've already sewn my sample. Next, we'll crochet the first round of section 1 of the sleeve body. Keep the right side of the piece facing you. Join the yarn in any chain space. At the top right corner of motif A, start with 3 beginning chains. Crochet 2 double crochets into the joining spot. Chain 1 as a transition. Pick the adjacent chain space on the left. Crochet 3 double crochets. Continue downward while referring to the chart. Complete this round. Finish with the last 3 double crochets. Crochet 1 more chain stitch, slip stitch into the beginning chain to join. Pull tight. Fasten off normally. Weave in the ends on your own. The first round is now complete. Move on to round 2. Turn the piece so the wrong side faces you. Take the corresponding contrasting color yarn. Pick up the ending position from the previous round. Ending position of the round. Pick up the ending position from the last round. On the right side, join the yarn in the chain space. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Refer to the chart and crochet the corresponding stitches. Crochet all the way down for this round. After completion, join with a slip stitch. Pull tight. Fasten off normally. Weave in the ends neatly. The second round is complete. Continue with the third round. Keep the right side of the piece facing you. Pick up the second double crochet stitch from the previous round and join the yarn. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Insert the hook into the joining position, and work 1 double crochet. Chain 4 as a transition. Pick the same position and work 1 single crochet. Chain 4. Work 1 DC2 bobble, long needle 2 stitch bobble stitch. Continue crocheting according to the pattern chart for the corresponding motif. Complete this round. Once done, slip stitch into this stitch to join. Pull tight. The third round is now finished. Start again with 3 chain stitches as the beginning chain. Turn the work piece. Pick up the hole below and work 1 double crochet. Chain 4 as a transition. Pick the same position and work 1 single crochet. Chain 4. Work 1 DC2 bobble, long needle 2 stitch bobble stitch. Continue crocheting according to the pattern chart for the corresponding motif. Complete this round. Once done, join with a slip stitch into the first stitch. Pull tight. The fourth round is now completed. Continue to crochet the fifth round. Make 1 chain as your beginning chain. Turn the work piece. Pick up the hole below and work 1 single crochet. Refer to the pattern chart and continue crocheting the corresponding motif. Finish this round. After completing, join with a slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch. Pull tight. Fasten off the yarn normally. Weave in the ends yourself. The 5th round is now completed. Section 1 of the sleeve body is now finished. Move on to sections 2 and 3 of the sleeve body. Refer to the pattern chart and crochet in rounds according to the corresponding motif. Pay attention to follow the arrow direction. Turn the workpiece for each round. Crochet on the corresponding side. After everything is completed, carry the yarn to the corresponding position. Work back and forth for the sleeve cap. No new stitch techniques are used. Everyone can refer to the previous demonstrations. Finish them up. After completing the sleeves, you need to follow along the edge of the sleeve cap and connect it to the armhole position of the front panel. You will need the method of connecting with single crochets and chain stitches. Please watch the demonstration. Place the 2 fabric pieces with right sides facing each other. Wrong sides should be outward. Overlap them properly. Insert the hook into the starting chain at both corner positions. Join the yarn. Make 1 chain as your beginning chain. Crochet 1 single crochet in the same position. Then make a chain stitch for transition. The number of chain stitches should be based on the chart. Here, work 3 chains. Then insert the hook into the left position. Pay attention to inserting both the front and back fabric pieces at the same time. Work 1 single crochet. Then make a chain stitch for transition. Insert both fabric pieces together again. Crochet a single crochet. Continue with chain stitches and single crochets. Make sure both the front and back pieces are aligned. Make sure not to misalign the pieces. The insertion point for the single crochet is not fixed. As long as during the crocheting process, you keep the fabric piece flat, that's fine. Continue until you finish connecting this edge. After completion, cut the yarn. This completes the connection of this edge. This is what the effect looks like from the right side. Moving forward, everyone can follow this method to connect the sleeves with the corresponding positions on the front piece. On the wrong side, use single crochets and chains to connect. Up to this point, the crocheting method for the sleeves has been fully explained. Next, we will crochet the collar. Let's take a look at the finished product. First, crochet the corresponding number of motif C and motif D separately. Sew and connect them to form the motif area. The crocheting method for these motifs is the same as motif A, except it has fewer rounds. In the last round, the chain stitch counts on the top and bottom edges are different. This forms a trapezoid shape. After completion, crochet section 1 and section 2 back and forth on both sides of the motif area. After finishing, use the whip stitch sewing method to sew the collar onto the corresponding position at the top of the front piece. The new stitch technique used is the picket of 3 chain stitches. Please watch the stitch demonstration. Below is the demonstration of the picket with 3 chain stitches. The crocheting method while working on a single crochet stitch. After completing the corresponding single crochet, crochet 3 chain stitches. Then insert the hook into the front loop of the single crochet stitch. And underneath the left side yarn strand below. Yarn over. And pull the yarn through all 3 loops on the hook. The picket of 3 chain stitches is now complete. Up to this point, the method for making the collar has been fully explained. Next, we will make the front band. Let's take a look at the finished product. Along the edge of the front band, pick up 2 strands of yarn in the corresponding positions. Refer to the chart and work single crochets back and forth. For the right front band, crochet buttonholes in the corresponding positions. Please watch the demonstration. Below is a demonstration of the method for crocheting buttonholes using chain stitches and single crochets. At the position where you need to crochet the buttonhole, work chain stitches. The number of chain stitches depends on the size of the button. Here, work 3 chains. Then skip the same number of stitches as the chains. Continue with single crochets on the left side. When you reach the position for the next row's chain stitches, pick up the half loop and the back ridge of each chain stitch. Crochet a single crochet through these 2 strands. Continue working single crochets. The buttonhole is now completed. Proceed in the same way below. Refer to the pattern chart while crocheting. After everything is completed, on the right side of the left front band, sew the buttons at the corresponding positions of the buttonholes. This concludes the explanation of the front band crochet method. Up to this point, the crochet method for this cardigan is fully explained. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website. Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thank you all for watching. We will see you in the next episode.